the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Cleveland Browns. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Carry for Darrington Evans. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
From the gun, Gibson. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play. Tried to start it out with a bang. But it's second down.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
First carry for Nick Chubb. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Tackle made by John.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
2nd and 3. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Operating from the gun, Gibson, and a slant hold in by Ruggs. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Evans. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It's their 3rd drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that 2nd drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Browns 14, Raiders nothing.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now Chubb. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
11-yard line.
Now we're first and 10 at the 11. Chubb. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up second and 2.
They run. Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Browns 21, Raiders nothing.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah,
and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. From the gun, Gibson. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
It's
a gain of 32 that time.
First down, Las Vegas.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a first and 10. Operating from the gun, Gibson. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete here.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Gibson. That's caught by Waller out left side.
Gibson's pass.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun, Gibson. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
First down, Raiders.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a run with Evans. And he's got some space here. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 33 and a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
Back to throw. Gibson got it open man. It's Ruggs. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Evans. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darrington Evans, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders get a score closer.
His kick is
and this one through the uprights and good.
Score Browns 21, Raiders 7.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The
Cleveland offense ready to go. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
On play action, they'll throw. That's out to Chubb, complete.
The pass.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
That's good.
And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
The man is Komet, the tight end.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
At the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. On 3rd and 2, Gibson eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
Raider first down.
Operating from the gun, Gibson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, Gibson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
From the contact. It's
after the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Yards to go.
Operating from the gun, Gibson. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
For Henry Ruggs, incomplete.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. The final shot before break. Gibson. Reception here by Ruggs. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. do you maybe mix it up? Now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
They run it again with Chubb. And he powers his way up past the 30. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. They'll set up to throw.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
48-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
26-yard line.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And I think the ball's out, and the Raiders pick it up.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's first and goal. They'll run with Chubb, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They'll give it to Chubb, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his third touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Browns 35, Raiders 7.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over first and 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
First down.
Throwing on first down. Gibson looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Las Vegas.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
Here we go. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Rip right, rip Panther 11, 51.
From the gun, Gibson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Kenny Clark, his second sack of the night.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Operating from the gun, Gibson.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted.
Picked off at the 12. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, The thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
2nd and 7.
And again, it's Chubb. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cochran, and he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Cochran. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
On 2nd down, it's Cochran. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And we're back now here in Cleveland, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Now a man open down the middle of the field and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 34. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the
that last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, Gibson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
9 yards.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Here we go. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Check. 29 is the mic.
On 1st and 10, Gibson. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
29 is the mic. Mike 29.
To throw again, Gibson. And he'll find Ruggs on the right side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Coming after you. 34's the mic. 34's the mic. He's coming. Check. 18 ready. You
On 4th down, Gibson. Escape, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cochran. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Here we go. Let's bring it.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. He'll let this go deep for...
That's caught inside the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the
On 1st down, it's Cochran. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
2-yard line.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down.
And 12.
Now again, right side. Cochran. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10, and that will write a finish to this ball game. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden,